All right, so Disney is drawing heavy criticism for including that scene of the LGBTQ couple in their 2022 flop, Lightyear. Fans continue to complain over the woke inclusion, including hip-hop icon Snoop Dogg, who last week questioned the push to include the woke theme in the family movie. He eventually backtracked on his criticism, saying he had no idea how to talk to his grandson about that certain moment. Since Snoop Dogg's criticisms came to light, the writer of the film is defending the move, saying, quote, "As we wrote early versions of what became Lightyear, a key character needed a partner, and it was so natural to write she instead of he. As small as that detail is in the film, I knew the representational effect it could have. Small line, big deal. I was elated that they kept it. I'm proud of it." And it's a tale as old as time. Go woke, go broke. Lightyear's woke inclusion came at a massive price, tanking at the box office, losing $106 million globally. Now, some Democrats are urging companies and workplace warriors to ditch DEI once and for all. Here's former Obama advisor Van Jones.
This is not going to make me popular, but I'm not mad because it got ridiculous. I mean, I'm an employer, and at a certain point, your Slack channel just turned into Vietnam every other day because something happened that had nothing to do with the workplace, and then people are not speaking, not mad. You got to bring in all kind of counselors, and like, this is not camp, guys.
It's not
We're
camp.
trying to make money. So I enjoyed the moment for a while where we were having our reckonings about everything. We done wrecked, okay? We went from reckoning to wrecked. We need to move on.
Interesting commentary there. I mean, Alicia, I mean, do you think Democrats are waking up and saying to each other now, it's time to move on?
It's taken a little while, right? The corporations learned this lesson the hard way. Businesses are in business to be in business. You can't focus on the bottom line. You can't focus on deadlines when you're worried about saving space for somebody else. Everybody has to focus. Democrats, I think, have reluctantly got here. They were roundly rejected for their DEI policies, the woke agenda, and shoving things down consumers and corporations' throats. So I think I get the enlightened part here, but I think they're acting like a corporation now. Like, look, we're bleeding voters. We're bleeding money. It's time to change course.
Hopefully they're always acting like a corporation because, Kennedy, these companies have a fiduciary duty to their shareholders to act in the best interest of them, and that is to bring in the profits. And clearly, in the case of this, for example, this is a profit buster.
Yes, as so many ventures, especially at Disney, have turned into, because the boards have become beholden to these DEI shakedown artists who go to them and say, if you don't have this kind of training, if you don't have this kind of hiring, you will suffer, you will be canceled, you will pay. And it scares them to death. So, you know, what do? Especially because for so long, as you know, and you covered so well, there was such a tight labor market. It was really hard to get, you know, talent to invest and stay in your company. So these corporations were bending over backwards, not with just DEI, but also perks and working from home and everything else. Now you're seeing a massive shift and reset. And finally, these CEOs are taking control of the companies once more and saying the bottom line is what matters. If you need work-life balance, you go work somewhere else because the balance is the bottom line.
But time will tell, right, Molly? I mean, are Democrats really waking up to this? Will they really change, or will we still see some of this play out in kids' movies, for example?
Well, what I'm struck by is we had corporations, in response to the BLM riots, give literally $100 billion, billion with a B, to BLM and associated causes. And so now they're saying, like, oh, turns out that wasn't a great idea and we would like to back off. Well, where's the $100 billion for conservative Americans and their causes and the things they care about? Saying, like, oh, we're not going to do it anymore, that is nowhere near enough. We're talking just a massive corporate support for the Democrat Party and the issues that they care about. And they need to do much more than say we're not going to do it anymore. They need to... There should be reparations for the conservatives who they harmed with this.
I mean, dare Snoop Dogg wade into this?
You know, listen, the haters hating on Snoop need to sip a little gin and juice and leave the D-O-double-G alone. And here's the thing. Snoop Dogg is a perfect example. If you listen to what he said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not homophobic. This is ridiculous. You're taking it out of context. I'm with my grandson going to a movie. I don't have a good answer to explain the questions he's going to ask me about two women having a baby. You put me in that position. It's a great example of here's a star who founded a youth football league. He's involved with children, his own kids, football, trying to get at-risk kids off the streets. He's a very loving dad that also is a rapper that has that image. And yet here he is being offended by a Hollywood movie. And so it should be a real case example that the virtue signaling in our films is done. You need to get rid of it. We'll see if Hollywood follows suit.
But those writers are still employed to the best of our knowledge. I mean, are they still going to be pushing for this? And will Democrats who truly believe that we need to see the end of DEI, will they get to them?
You know what Pixar doesn't like? They don't like flops. This is the biggest flop they have had. And no, they are going to look at the culture and see where the shift is and go, you know what? I mean, this is, maybe I'm being naive and optimistic, but you know, you hope that they go, you know what? People want to be entertained. They don't want to be lectured to. It's like, there are not enough Virgo Romanians in movies, and I'm so mad about it. And if Disney doesn't do something about it, well, I'm going to stay home and watch sports.
Well, I'll sympathize as this Virgo American.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.